How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is a map tour for a mostly new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Fichthal V2. And we're going to start with the description from the Mod Hub, and it reads, "Welcome to the Bavarian map Fichthal. The hilly map is modeled on the forests and valleys of the Bavarian countryside. The Fichthal offers new productions as well as more points of sale than its ticket predecessor. The built courtyards are for small to partly large vehicles and can be sold in their entirety. The More Trees mod PC is recommended for all forest enthusiasts. Car details: 255 buyable spaces, over 50 forest areas, 134 fields and 27 meadows. Installed 50 pretzels to collect, 9 sales points and several wood pellet and firewood delivery points. Installed several productions with new goods on the map for pellets. Various pellet tankers are available. 1 BGA, 8 small and large courtyards. Occasionally buyable buildings, over 60 built buildings, more than 60 decorative objects, dirt roads with potholes. It does not include AI splines for driving. Have fun on the beautiful landscape." This map was created by Lucas G and is 634.7 megabytes to download. There are no mods required for this map, and as I mentioned, this is version 2. There was a version 1, and right now I will go ahead and show on the screen what version 1 looked like. And now this is version 2. And as you can see, this map is a lot busier than version 1. A lot more things going on here, so let's go ahead and get started with this. So, starting with the inability to purchase all areas on the map. There are areas on this map that are not purchasable. You start out by owning farmlands number 2, 53, 237, 241, and 248. Farmland number 2 is your starting farm. 53 is a grass field, but it is not a defined grass field, aka is not a field that is actually considered usable by, let's say, AI or anything like that. It's just an open, unaltered piece of grass. So there's no growth state, there's no fertilizing it, there's nothing like that. It's just basically its own kind of texture that you have access to. Let's see. Farmland 237 is a wheat field and it is ready to harvest. Farmland 241 is the southern portion of your farm, and 248 is another grass field. Again, it's not a defined field, so it doesn't have a growth stage associated to it. You do start out with animals. You have a cow barn. Contracts are available. Productions to start out with as well. Apple trees, which we will show those later. And you do have collectibles available on this map. If you look at the bottom right hand corner, you will see 0 out of 50. Now, if we take a look at mods specific to this map, we start by going to the Buy menu, scrolling all the way down to Mods and DLCs. You will see the Fichthal V2 card, and we can go ahead and click into that and see that there are 2 pellet tankers that will carry around your wood pellets and your grain pellets. You also have pallets as a purchasable portion. Now, these are very important on this map. You can either buy these or you can make them at the sawmills, and again, we'll show those later. And then if we take a look at the build menu, starting out under the buildings tab under sheds, we scroll all the way to the right, you will see Fichthal V2. All of these are mods specific to this map. They're built into this map. Moving to silos, you will also see Fichthal V2 mod specific to this map. Under silo extensions, again, same thing here. We do have them available. Containers, nothing under here. Tools, you do have one here, the log storage, and I absolutely love that there is a harvester just roaming around the map, and you can see it right there on the screen. And then finally, under farmhouses, several farmhouses that are specific to this map. We take a look under productions. Go down to factories, scroll all the way to the right, you will see several factories available here that are specific to this map. Nothing under sell points or greenhouses, orchards, or generators. Under animals, we do have mods specific to this map for cows, nothing for horses, but we do have pigs, sheep, and chickens, nothing for bees or others. Under decorations, there's nothing under... Oh, no, I'm sorry. There is something under fences. Scrolling over to the right, you will see right there. Nothing under lights, but under others, you will see quite a bit of decorations available here. Quite a bit of stuff. I think they said it was somewhere in the ballpark of 60 decorations. And then under the landscaping tab, under painting, we do have several additional painting swatches. Nothing, no, I'm sorry. Yes, we do have trees specific to this map, and we do have plants specific to this map. So taking a look around, you start here at the kind of park bench, or not the park bench, but the kind of bus stop bench. And you do have a map here available to kind of take a look at the various farm yards and farmlands on the map available to you and what each farm holds. So your starting farm here is number 1, has a sleep trigger, a silo, a water point, a repair trigger, as well as a cow barn, and all of these are marked on here and available to you. It also has a list of the various productions. You can also see this very same thing under the map here. You can see down here in the bottom right hand corner, you have the productions here and all their various stages. You also have the pictures of the farms. Now, going out here, oh, you know what? I forgot to mention. Prices of the farmlands do vary. Fields, if we take a look, can be pretty cheap because they can be very small. 32,000 for that one, 40-some thousand for 57. We've got 78,000, 59,000, 53,000. We got a 27,000. So because they're small, they're not going to be that expensive to buy. But again, your farm is not that large to begin with, so it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of spin up and get things going. But we do have some that are a bit more expensive, 132,000, 229,000. Forestry is where it gets really expensive, 200,000, 255,000, another 200,000, 386,000. It can get very, very expensive very quick. Down here you have one that's over 536,000, 532,000. So yeah, it's going to take a while before you get into forestry. Now over here we have a gas station, the pumps right here. You have your repair trigger here and shop trigger right here. Now this is where it gets very tricky with my notes. And what I mean by that are these. These are essentially sell points. Now this one in particular is a pellet delivery sell point. So it basically represents you bringing pellets, or firewood is the other one, to these locations for you to sell to individual people. So that's kind of a cool concept. Tucked away back here is our first production site. This is the Spinnery Matcher? Yeah, Spinnery Matcher. 55,000 will purchase this. And you have your input here and output back here. And now heading down in this direction, over here, we'll head out towards the dirt road over here. This is one of your starting fields right here. And again, you can see what I'm talking about, how the field isn't predefined. There is no actual field here. It's just grass that you can mow. You can get a product off of it. You just can't affect it with fertilizers or anything like that because it doesn't actually register as a field. Now right here, this is your next production point. This is the Sawmill Ernst. Now here you have your input, sellwood trigger, input here, another input here, so you can actually load it from the front and dump it into here. So that's kind of cool. And your buy point is right here, 75,000 purchase this, and we will be buying the various production points because there's so much to cover in these. You'll see you can use wood to make planks, longboards, firewood, and pallets. And pallets are key. They're very important in this map, and we will show that later. You have your output for wood chips here, but unfortunately at this location I have yet to see where the goods actually spawn. I don't see like a little hazard marker laying around that indicates a spawn point. So not sure if that's a potential glitch or some kind of issue that may be going on with that particular location. Now tucked away right here we have a pallet delivery sell point right there. And then across the way, this is the firewood delivery sell point. And then this is the Heinrich's Court sell point. Now we'll come back out here. And then follow this around. Just past the church. And in between these trees, if we look down here, we have another pellet delivery sell point. As well as down here, another pellet delivery sell point. And now we're going to head across the bridge over here. And then follow this road around here. And then tucked away right back here, this is a firewood delivery sell point. And now we'll head over in this direction. Continuing to follow this little dirt road over here. And across the way, this is our starting farm. And because this is our starting farm, let's take a look at our starting equipment. Starting out at the buy menu under owned items, small tractors, we have a Fendt Favorite 511C, medium tractors, a Fendt 714 Vario, harvesters, a Deutz-Fahr Toplighter 4090H, trailers, we have a Brantner DD 24073 2XXL, as well as a Rudolph TDK 301 RP, header for the Deutz-Fahr. Plows, we have a Agromaz POV 5XL, power harrows, at Amazon KG 3001 Super. Under seeders, the Amazon Kateya 3000 Super. Fertilizer spreaders, the Amazon ZATS 3200. Manure spreaders, the Brantner TA 12050 Power Spread Plus. Slurry tanks, the Farm Tech Super Cease 800. Mowers, the K-brand GMD 4411 rear deck mower, as well as the GMD 3123F front deck mower. Tedders, the K-brand GF 8712. Windrowers, the Samaz Z2 840H. Forage wagons, the Pottinger Boss Alpine 251. Balers, the Pottinger Impress 125F Pro. Animals, we have a Silo King Child Line 4.0 Premium 221822 forage mixer. We have a K-brand Primor 15070M straw spreader. And here we have a Lizard MKS 8 liquids tanker. Under front loaders, I have the Hauer XB150. Front loader tools, we have the Albut fork with grapple and bale spike. Header for the header trailer for our header. Weights, we have the Agco 650, and that is it. So we take a look over here, we have our sleep trigger right here. Around the back side over here, we have our silo right here. And over here, we have our cow barn. Room for 120 cows, but we have 16 already. If we take a look over here, we have our slurry point right in here. We have a little bit of barn storage just up top. It's a nice place for you to be able to store some of your bales and whatnot. Milk trigger right here. Open this door. Feed trigger as well as your straw trigger right there. Right here is a water point, so you can actually get water from this location. A lot of your vehicles, and not vehicles, a lot of your equipment is stored up in here as well. Coming up here, oh, let's open this door. We have a repair trigger right in here. Again, more of our vehicles kind of stored. Oh, there it is. Stored in here. And then, let's see, tucked away just back here, in the kind of most southern portion of your farm, are your apple trees. Now, if you come up to them, you can see where it says Manage Production Point in the upper left-hand corner. And now you can see the recipes that are required for making apples. You can do straight water. You don't need anything else, and you can get your apples. But you can also add manure to these locations and get more. So that's really nice. And you have 3 of them. You got 1, 2, and 3. So now we need to go grab a tractor and start heading around town. We're going to grab this big fent here. I should say medium-sized fent. Okay. Here we'll make a left. Ahead kind of southeast of our farm. And tucked away back here. So directly in front of me, that is the Werner's Grain Silo Bales Sale sell point. And to my left, that is the Werner's Grain Silo sell point. Pulling out of here and going across the street. This is the old quarry sell point right here. And now we have a little bit of driving to do before we get to our next point of interest. So we're going to go back to the northwest, just past the starting farm. Now, I will say that there are other starting farms, or not starting farms, but there are other farms located throughout the map. There's a total of 8 farms spread all across the map. I will buy them all at the end and then kind of give a high-level overview of what is held at each of the farms and show kind of a quick walk around of each one of the farms. But with those ones, we're just going to kind of teleport to them. We're not going to drive to each and every one of them. I'll show every single one of them on the map so we have kind of a general idea as to where they're located and be able to kind of go from there. So we're going to continue to head just through town, out of town, and those buildings in the distance there, that is where we're trying to head to. Those are our next set of interests to look up. So up the hill right here, Right here, this is the intermediary's sell point, and tucked away back here is the intermediary's milk sell point. I was able to get back up here before, but we can just jump right to it. So now again, we have a little bit of driving to do. We are going to cut through the forest here and go into first person view, because otherwise it's a little bit hard to see because of the forest. But you can see these trails are actually kind of intense. Like they're really kind of really nice in my opinion. They kind of break up the road network quite a bit. As you can see, this tractor is with nothing on it. No, I'm not towing anything or anything along those lines. It's actually kind of struggling to get through back here. So I couldn't imagine trying to tow a fully loaded trailer, you know, full of product or something. It'd get bogged down pretty quick. And you can see there's tons of like trees and stuff that are just creating obstructions all throughout the little path here. Go through the creek here, and then back on the main road. We're just going to keep following this around until we get to our next point of interest. Okay, then coming up here on the right, right here, we're going to want to turn. There we go. Now, to my right, this is the Wood Chips Sale Goods Station sell point. Over here, we have a rent train trigger right there. And you can load the train up. There's not a silo or anything over here, so you can't load it up with anything in particular, like goods wise, unless you have means of loading it manually. But you can see the train does have a destination. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can see that it is available for some of the products here. So if I find it again, where was it? Was it wood? Yes, so here it is. So you can take wood and sell it with the train. Now moving on. Oh, hey, there's a sign there. No. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Whew. Got a little bit stuck there. So now, we're not going to head to a point of interest per se. It's not like a traditional sell point or production point, but it is a feature on the map that is really cool. So we'll just come down here just a little ways, down this long driveway surrounded by fields. Then tucked away back here at the end of this driveway, I'll start coming into view. There is a parking lot. Well, this parking lot is for Fichthal's Castle. If we take a look at the map and kind of see where we've been and what we've seen up to this point. We started out right here on the corner street corner right here. We went over and saw the gas station, the repair trigger, as well as the shop trigger, this pallet delivery, spinnery mocker. We then came over here where we saw the Sawmill Ernst pallet delivery, as well as the firewood delivery and Heinrich's Court. We then came around here to the pallet delivery, the pellet, sorry, I keep saying pellet delivery, another pellet delivery here, then crossed away, saw the firewood delivery to the main farm where we explored all over in that, came down here to the Werner's Grain Silo bale sale, as well as the Werner's Grain Silo, then came across the street to the old quarry, back up through town, out to here to the intermediaries, as well as the intermediaries milk cell. We then came through the woods, up to here, all the way out to here where we saw the wood chip sale goods station and the train network right here. Back out down this driveway to the Castle Fichthal. And take a look. We see kind of a high level overview of this old castle. Very, very cool. Really like that. Alright, from here we're going to go ahead and head back down this long driveway. Once we get to the end of the drive, we will make a left. And then continue to follow this road out to the rest of the point of interest in this portion of the map. Here, to my right, is a pellet delivery sell point. And then to my left is another sawmill. This is the larger of the two sawmills on the map. This is the Sawmill Schuster. And you can purchase this for $100,000. And as you can see, same stuff as before, but slightly different recipes. So 3 wood to 4 planks, 3 wood to 4 planks, but 384 to 480. So you get a bit of a production increase with the bigger sawmill, and the same thing goes for these. Now here we have our output for the wood chips, input for the logs with the wood cell trigger right here, and then your output is right here. And then just down here is another, let's see if I can, there we go, is another pellet delivery sell point. You continue following this road. Another pellet delivery sell point right there. Let's see, we have a pellet delivery sell point, the closer one to us here, and the further one is the firewood delivery sell point. And if we follow this around over here, This is Potato Harry's sell point. And then this one is Potato Harry's seed buy station. So a nice little buy point right there. Now we need to come over here. And then make a left. Go through the gate. And then right over here is the biogas plant. You can purchase the biogas for $500,000, which we will. And you can see it takes just our normal silage, slurry, manure, and sugar beets cut. You get digestate as a byproduct. So here is your solids input, liquid input, and liquid output, aka your digestate. Got a few very large bunker silos tucked away in here. To use these ones, though, you do have to purchase the property. And you can see, if we take a look, so we were here at the Castle Fichthal, went back up to the north, all the way out to here where we saw the pellet delivery, the Sawmill Schuster pellet delivery over here, came over and saw another pellet delivery, firewood delivery, Harry's, Potato Harry sell point, Potato Harry's seed buying station buy point, then out to the the BGA right here. Now you can see these little bits of land you do need to purchase. And same thing with this one here. You need to not only purchase the $500,000 BGA, but you also need to purchase the land to be able to use that particular bunker silo as well. Otherwise, you will not be able to purchase it. Oh, wait. Nope. I'm sorry. You don't have to purchase it. Nope. What is this thing doing? Okay, so you do need to purchase it. $125,786. And now you can actually have access to that bunker silo that's here. And then these ones, $7,000 and $7,000. So almost $8,000 each. So not too bad of a price. I'd say go with these two first. And then if you want to build up, then you can. So now let's go ahead out here. Need to backtrack just a little ways. Get to this split in the road and make a left. We just need to continue to follow this out until we get to our next point of interest. It should be starting to come into view here pretty quickly. There we go. Now it's starting to come into view on the map. Okay. So coming up here. Yes, need to make a left here. So this is the grain mill Hartich. You can purchase this for $80,000. You will, because flour, like we're used to seeing, but pallets. This is where pallets start to come in. So you need pallets in order to make your flour and your grain pellets. That's two products here. So again, you can put in wheat, barley, oats, or sorghum, but you also have the ability to do grain pellets, which you need do have the tankers specific to this map. Again, that's under the mods and DLCs here, and either one of these will work. So you can come in here and either do flour and have this as a main kind of product, or you can have a higher yield of your pellets for these processes here. You have your input here and your output. Oops, is it on the other side? Oh, here it is. Output right here. And then across the street, if we open this door here, this is the pellet press. You can purchase this for $45,000. And you can see here you can take wood chips and make chipboard, which I think is like pressed particle board, and wood pellets. Again, you'll need that tanker in order to transport the pellets. And you have your input right here, output right here. Let's see if I can sneak around the cars here. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, and I missed my turn. Okay, to the right, that is a firewood delivery. Followed by the carpenter viewer right here. $50,000 to purchase this. And here we can make furniture out of wood, wood planks, and longboards. But we can also make pallets. So there's two locations where you can make pallets. And then tucked around back here, input right here with the wood cell trigger there, and your outputs are normally tucked around in the back here, but again, I don't see a output area. And then, oops, there's a car right there. Let's see, firewood delivery to the right there. Over here, this is the Land Leave Dairy. $70,000 to purchase this. And as you can see, you can make butter, cheese, or chocolate, but again, pallets are necessary. And around the back side here, output here, and input right here. And then just down the road and just across the street, right here, is the animal dealer. Now you can go to this location or any barn or pasture that you have already pre-installed on the map. You can use these locations here, but if you use these locations to purchase animals, you will incur a fee. That fee is associated to the animal dealer delivering the animals for you. And it can get a little expensive. When you look at cows here and you get adult cows, it's $100 per cow. And as you can see, depending on how many cows you need, it can get pretty expensive pretty quickly. Now, to save that money, all you have to do is come to this location, this reticle right here, bring an animal trailer with you, whether it's leased or owned, load the animals into the animal trailer, and then deliver the animals yourself. You will save on that delivery fee, and depending on how many animals you need, it might be worth it in the end. Now, just a little bit further down the road, right here, we have the cattle dealer seed buy station. Across the street is the animals dealer bale sell point, and then around the back is another firewood delivery. Out to here. Actually, I meant to turn. Let's back up. Meant to turn right here. Now to my left, that is another pellet delivery. And then gas station directly in front of me there. Then we can go in through here. Firewood delivery to my right. And across this way here, tucked around the backside, this is the Bakery Wolfhofer. You can purchase this for $60,000, as we will, because here we can take flour and pallets and make pretzels. We can also make bread, again with pallets, and cakes. Again, pallets. Pallets, pallets, pallets. Right here is the firewood delivery, sell point. Down the road, here is George's Timber Trade, sell point, with the wood cell trigger right there. Then over here, last but certainly not least, the pellet delivery sell point. So, got so much going on in this map, and we haven't even touched the farms and the areas that need to be purchased in order for you to have access to the extra farms, the other productions, things like that. So let's start out with looking at the map and see where we've been and what we've seen. So we were here at the biogas plant. We came all the way back up to here, down this road to here. We saw the grain mill, Hartich. There we go, Hartich. The plate press, firewood delivery, carpenter brewer, another firewood delivery down to the Landlieb dairy. We saw the animal dealer as well as the animal dealer bale sale, the cattle dealer seed buy station and firewood delivery. Came out to here, the pellet delivery, over back to here for the firewood delivery. Baker Wellhofer, we drove past the gas station, firewood delivery, George's Timber Trade, and pellet delivery. And now we can take a look at all the various farmlands and points of interest from here. So let me go ahead and pull off to the side here. Now, starting with farmland number 157, you can purchase this for $39,778. And if we go ahead and do that, you'll see all these appear. These are all greenhouses that we have access to now. It's right behind us. If we open this up, you can see just the standard greenhouses, nothing in particular special with these. Let's see, we then get to look at farmland number 253, which is over here. Farmland number 253, can purchase this for $49,578. This is for farm number 2, and if you take a look, you can see the number 2 reticle here. That shows the farm. There's going to be other icons and stuff that are laid out. You'll see those here in a little bit. But number 2, again, if we purchase this, now we see all this stuff appear. Let's go ahead and teleport over to the sleep trigger, and we'll take a look kind of as a high level view. We'll pan in just a little bit. So at this farm, we have a sleep trigger, silo, pig barn, and chicken pasture. So you can see here, you have your pig barn. We have a silo. Sleep trigger is tucked away right in here, and a wardrobe trigger. And yeah, here's your chicken barn right here. So now you look at the next farmland. If we go to the map, farmland number 246, $25,275. And now all this appears here. Let's go ahead and go here, and this. Here we have a sleep trigger, silo, water trigger, repair trigger, and cow barn. Next, we need to look at farmland number 249, which is right here, $25,401. And this is farm number 4. This is a sleep trigger, silo, water trigger, and repair trigger. Next is farmland number 115, and that should be, let's see, 115, is that here? Yes, right here. This is apple trees. So if you purchase the land here, why did they not pop up? Aha, there they are. So, I'm sorry, I said 115. It's actually farmland number 8, and you need to purchase this for $73,886. And as you can see here, quite a few apple trees for you to keep up with here. So, moving on to farmland number 12. And this is going to be farm number 5 for $92,758. Purchase this, and you can see this only has sheep. That's it. It's just a sheep farm. You can see got a little bit of storage tucked away in here, but other than that, your main commodity is sheep. Next one is farmland number 9, which is right over here. Farm number 6, $166,677. And here we will have access to, whoops, let me get out of here. Here we will have access to a sleep trigger, silo, repair trigger, and bees. And the bees, where are they tucked away? Oh, up here. Okay, so here they are. And do these have... No, these do not have a spawn location for the honey. So if you purchase this farmland, you will need to have a spawn point for the honey pallets. Next is farmland number 28, which is up here. You can purchase this. Oh, wait, is it this one or is it the... let's see. It is not. Let's try 148. There it is. So the icons for these are a little bit off. So farmland number 148 can be purchased for $36,183. Or was it one? I'm sorry. 138. Yes. And if we come here, you can see got your apple trees right here. Next is farmland number 13. That's here in the north. And farm number 7. Can purchase this for $193,551. And this gives you access to a sleep trigger, silo, water trigger, and repair trigger. And then out to the east of the ways, right here, farmland number 166 for $242,553. Can purchase that. And now you have access to a sleep trigger, silo, water trigger, and cow barn. And you can see this is what this one looks like. So quite a bit going on in this one here, hence the reason why it's so expensive. And then the last, but certainly not least, farmland number 140 for $19,291. And we have more apple trees right here outside of the kind of farm number 8 here. And that is it. That is the newest version of Fichthal V2. And now it is time to render my opinion, let you know what I think of this map. There's a lot going on in this, and it's one of those that I wish that this version came out before version 1. I wish that we would have waited instead of getting version 1 and getting this. Now, don't get me wrong, version 1 was nice. I enjoyed it. It's a great layout. But this one is a whole nother level. This one is so much more than what the first one was. So, starting out with color palette. Absolutely love the color palette. It is very, very lovely looking. It's got a little smattering of colors here and there, but it's not overly used. It's very much in certain parts of the map where you start to see colors. Like this area here has a bit of extra colors and thus makes it kind of feel a little bit cartoony, but not so much to where it's very kind of jarring and off-putting kind of thing. Where this is actually more a... Wait a minute. I missed this. How did I miss this point? So this is a sell point here that somehow I completely missed in my original tour, or my original go-through, I should say. Oops, I'm still moving. This is the watermill. Yes, watermill. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, don't know what happened there, but at least we found it. But anyways, like I was saying, the color palette, very, very nice. It's not too cartoony. It's got a very nice look and feel to it. The sight lines are next. The sight lines on this map are amazing. Absolutely love it. There's something to break up the eye line. Every turn and every time you look somewhere, there's something kind of blocking your field of view. It just makes it look and feel natural. And the way that the fields are kind of built into the countryside, that just makes it feel like it's even more natural. Like it's having to utilize very specific amounts of space in order for you to actually utilize it. Let's see. The kind of whole look and feel of the map is, in my opinion, next level. There's kind of the road networks that are available that are very nice and smooth, and then you get off the main road networks and you get into some of the more rough terrain, then it gets really rough, and it's really just a kind of, again, a sentiment of reality. Tons of decoration all throughout the map. The elevation changes are severe, as we can see here in some areas, so it's really nice to kind of have to, you know, think it out and try and determine where to go and how you're going to go, you know, from place to place. Because if I'm going up this hill with a fully loaded tanker or something like that, it's going to struggle getting up these hills, you know. So I might have to figure out a different way to get from point A to point B, you know, maybe using something with a little less elevation change to it. Let's see, what else? I absolutely adore that there's harvesters and other bits of equipment just running around the map, just working like traffic does. It just, again, it makes the map come alive. The details are what makes a map, in my opinion, and this one has it very, very much in the bag. There's tons of details that don't have to be there. They don't have to necessarily, you know, be included, but the map maker did it, and it makes the map come alive and makes it feel like reality, not just a piece of, you know, software or you know, a game per se. It makes it feel like it could actually be somewhere in Bavaria, which I think is where they said that this was. The Bavarian countryside is what I thought. Yes, Bavarian map. So yeah, it's just all in all. And when you take everything and you aggregate all the individual kind of components that this map has, it really ranks up there, in my opinion. I really, really think that this version is far superior to the original, and me personally, I would have waited for this version over getting the first one, and now however long it's been since the first has come out, this one comes out. You know, it's almost a feeling of, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I'll retract from saying that. But no, at the end of the day, fantastic job. Absolutely love this version, and I really, again, I really enjoyed the first version. The first version of this map was very, very well. This one kicked it up to a whole new level. Just a completely, just out of the park, home run. Oof, oof, get through. There we go. So yeah, when everything's said and done, what kind of grade would I give this? Well, out of a 0 to 5 scale, I think I would have to give this 4.5, maybe even a 5. I could very, very easily be pushed into giving this a 5. And it'd be just a slight kind of little nudge kind of thing. It wouldn't take much to get me to say, you know what, I'll stamp it with a 5. But that's kind of where I stand on this one. And I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.